Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the A to B podcast, your number one source for military entrepreneurship and entertainment. Guys, we are back with another week. Thank you for all our weekly and monthly listeners. We couldn't do this without you guys. Like always, this episode is brought to you by Ramos Capital, your number one source for mortgages and real estate, guys. No other sponsors. Well, that might change after the conversation that we might have today. You know what I'm saying? Because like always, we bring you guys the veterans and the service members that you guys want to hear from and that are doing entrepreneurship at the highest level. And you guys might be thinking, man, Albert has brought some amazing guests up to this week. Well, this guy, I've been trying to get him on the podcast ever since he was on active duty. And he kept saying like, nah, man, the timing's not right. The timing's not right. The timing's not right. I'm like, okay, well, now I was like, listen, you're coming on the podcast. And he was like, aye, sir. The conversation went something like that, okay? Who am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about none other than the CoverGrip's CEO himself, retired Master Sergeant Benjamin Orrock!
Bro, that was a crazy introduction.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you very much, man. How you doing, brother?
Good.
Well,
I'm glad we did it, man.
Yeah, I'm
We're here.
glad we did it too.
made
You
it.
know, this is what, like year and a half in the making, maybe even 2 years in the making, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
But how you been, brother? How's the retirement life treating you?
It's good. It's crazy. I had another buddy that retired, and he was the busiest person without a job I've ever met. in my life.
Why is that?
Well, because you think you're going to retire,
Yeah,
right?
true.
And then you're just going to have all this time, and because you think of, I'm going to do all this stuff. Well, it's like you just fill it up, and so you're just busy. So I'm retired, but I'm still really, really busy.
Yeah, that's good though.
Just to make this happen,
Yeah, no,
You're
but
out, I'm out, trying to get the stars to align.
Yeah, no, but I'm glad that you mentioned that, right? Because that's super important, right? Because I think that plays into the mental health aspect of things, right? Like you did how many years in the military?
20.
You did 20 years in the military, dog.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're doing, at least from the inside going on, again, we're going to get into the intricacies of it, right? But from the outside looking in, dude, it's like, dude, I want to be like that guy. You know, like running his company. I'm sure there's trials and tribulations that come with that, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But like running his company, and you legitimately seem like you're doing great and that you seem happy doing what you're doing, right? So
I am.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and that's exactly what I want to portray to the veteran community out there.
Yeah.
As long as you prepare, because you started doing this while you were still active duty.
Yes.
As long as you prepare,
And we can talk about that too, because that's super important.
yes.
Yeah.
As long as you prepare, you can do this.
Yeah.
And you can transition successfully and be happy while doing it.
No, it's 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and let's get started with your early beginnings. Where are you originally from?
Originally from Northern California.
Oh,
So I
okay.
was born in Napa.
Ooh.
I'm not rich.
Okay. Well,
I grew up in
yeah.
a trailer park.
Well, a lot of people associate that.
no.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was born in Napa. That's where my grandma, my aunts and uncles, and everyone kind of grew up there. And then at 18 is when I joined the Marine Corps. So right after high school. In high school is when I actually signed up.
What year was this?
So I signed up in end of 2003, and I went off to boot camp in 2004.
Wow. So you were like in the middle of everything that was going on back then, as far as the freaking war.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
dude, like that wasn't an easy time. Like I think that's why a lot of veterans that are, not saying you're old, okay, but like that are your age, that's what they don't associate now, and they're very disassociated with the young applicants that are joining the military nowadays, right? It's like because they joined during that time frame.
Yeah.
That they know that they might see some shit. That it was a bigger chance of you seeing some shit than not.
Yeah.
So what led you to that?
But it's also all I knew when I was joining, because the Twin Towers was 2001.
Yes.
So I had a couple years to watch all of that develop, and so I think it'd be different if none of that was going on, and then while you're in, because it's a completely different environment that you're going into. Like I knew I knew what I was getting kind of signed up for. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, 100%.
I get what you're saying.
But you still
I don't
wanted
feel
it,
that-
though.
I don't feel that cool.
But dude, like
yeah.
there's a lot of Americans that, let's face it, they're not like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and you joined the hardest branch. Yeah. So my question to you is, why the Marine Corps? Why not the Army? Why not the Navy? Why not any of them?
I wanted to do something hard. I wanted the hardest. Had I known more about not sound. Oh God, I'm gonna get roasted for this. Had I known about the Navy SEALs, like I probably would have done that. I just wanted to do the hardest thing that I could do and challenge myself. Like I wanted to be a Marine. And I also wanted the title. I thought that was cool, as well. But I didn't do any research as far as like MOSs, and I thought everybody was an infantry when you signed up. I was so dumb. Yeah. And I didn't get much information from my recruiter either. And it's not because he was trying to bamboozle me or give me bad information. I just walked in and was like, I want to be a Marine. Like, where do I sign up? Like, just I made it super easy for him.
I'm glad that Barry's not here.
Oh, really?
Because Barry always be talking shit like, yeah, because that's what everybody does. No. They just walk into the applicant's office.
You know what's crazy about that is I did not know that until I think I was a master sergeant, dude. I was talking to another recruiter because I was never a recruiter. Never did a B-billet.
Okay.
But I was talking to a recruiter, and they're like, yeah, talking about, selling and all this kind of stuff. I think I might have been talking about CoverGrip and how to convince people to join the Marine Corps. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you convinced them? Like, don't you just go in and sign up? I only have my perspective. Yeah. I only saw one person sign up, and it was me. Yeah. And since I was never on recruiting, I thought that everyone just walked in and signed up.
That's crazy.
That's so stupid.
As a master sergeant.
Dude, I had no idea.
That is insane.
Because it never came up, and I just thought that. And then come to find out, so I'm like, all of these Marines were convinced to be here? Like,
well, I hate when people use the word convince.
Okay.
Because, but no, you're not the only one.
For lack of a better term.
No, yeah. But in reality, the way, because I've had applicants that go into, because what happens more often than not, it's an applicant usually leaves the Marine Corps for like the last resort. Because again, they all think that it's infantry. So I was like, well, and a lot of applicants say it's like, okay, well, can you convince me to go with you and not go with the Army? Not a lot of them, but there's some of them that do go in there. And I was like, listen, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. Depends if it's an alpha. If he scored good on that, you gotta take it a little bit easy. You can't just be throwing everybody out the door. Yeah. So the way that I looked at it was like, listen, man, I'm not here to convince you of absolutely anything. Mm-hmm. I'm here to show you value into joining the world's finest world fighting organization. Yeah, that's it. If you cannot see the value in you being the best, there's a little bit of gaslighting in there, and you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. But it's like, if you cannot see the value of you being the best, then maybe you don't really have what it takes for you to become a Marine. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, that gets people going, because whenever you tell people that they can't do something, they're gonna want it twice as much.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then for those applicants, there's a little pieces of nuggets whenever it comes to the recruiters out there. To those applicants, what I used to do is like, no man, like what did the Army have you do an interview? Yeah. No, they just told me that they were gonna give me a $50,000 bonus if I join. It's like, well, brother, guess what? We ain't gonna give you shit. Yeah. You know what you need to do? You need to come back, because if you really want to be a United States Marine, you need to have an interview with my staff NCOIC. Mm-hmm. And then you need to come dressed. You need to bring your resume, or like all of those things. Mm-hmm. Did the Army did that? Did the Navy did that? No, they didn't do that. It's because they're not the best. Yeah. We want to make sure that we do it. And then I was behind closed doors like, listen, it was like, listen, hey, staff NCOIC, like, I need you to do this. And I need you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not required, but, it's the psych. As long as people believe it at that specific point of time. Yeah. And then you mold them into becoming Marines, because you're taking a civilian that doesn't know anything about the Marine Corps into a United States Marine.
Then you got to get them to boot camp and actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Physically get all the way there from the moment. Yeah, because you gotta keep on feeding them a little bit, right?
Yeah, and a lot of recruiters take pride. It's like, oh man, I recruited a guy and I shipped him 2 months later to boot camp. It's like, well, yeah, dude, like that doesn't necessarily set up people for success. Yeah. Because it's not just it was like, oh well, he passed the East. I'm sorry, not the East. The IST. He passed the IST, which is the initial strength test. He passed it. Yeah, but dude, like as you should know, boot camp is 90% mental, 10% physical. Because they'll break you, regardless if you're fat, regardless if you're fit, regardless of whatever. Their job is to break you.
So are you saying 2 months is not a long time? That's a short amount of time, or a good
2 months? Yeah, 2 months is a short time. Okay. Short amount. I think that a healthy
in order to prep them and all that to get
mentally.
Yeah.
I think that a solid amount of time of a kid in a delayed entry program should be anywhere from 3 to 6 months, unless they're in high school, and then obviously you need 10, 11 months to prep them up. But that should be around. So how long were you in the delayed entry program, if you remember?
I think it was October of 2023, or 2003, and then I left in July of 2004. But dude,
October, how many months is that? That's like close 8, 9, yeah. 9 months. Yeah.
So, dude, funny about that though. Once I signed up, and then they called me and they're like, "Hey, do you want to go to this function or whatever it was?" And I'm like, no. I don't want to go to that. I go, well, I understand now that people lose interest and all that.
Yeah.
Dude, there was no chance I wasn't going to go. In my mind, they don't know that, right? But I came to you. I'm signing up. I will be there. What day you want me to show up? And I'll show up that day. But I want to hang out with you dorks like you guys. I don't want to do this. They're not dorks. Not dorks.
It's okay. You can say
it. I didn't want to do. I saw what was happening. I was like, this is not going to make me a Marine. Like you guys acting like drill instructors or like all these little events they did and stuff. Okay. It just didn't interest me. I want to go to boot camp and I want to be a Marine there. And so I asked them, can I not show up for stuff? And I don't remember exactly, but I didn't show up for everything. But when the day came, I was stoked to go. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you this. You had.
But I know I'm weird, dude. You had
a master sergeant's mentality as a poolee.
Oh
I was like, well, what the fuck am I showing up for that?
I'll be there, dude. Like,
exactly. Exactly. Okay, so you went to boot camp in July of 2024. How was that experience back then? 2004. I'm sorry. How was that experience? That you can remember, because obviously it's been 21 years now.
Dude, I remember being annoyed.
Okay.
In boot camp.
Okay.
Like it was a big culture shock, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. But we're all doing this together. I realized pretty quickly that we were getting a good amount of sleep. I realized pretty quickly that we were eating 3 meals a day, and I didn't mind it. It didn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Physically, bro, it wasn't that crazy. It was just a constant, which is the hardest. The mental part of someone from the moment you open your eyes. Imagine doing that now, like as an adult, you're at your house, and every day for 3 months. Hey, I'm gonna put you through this program. Every day for 3 months, I'm gonna wake you up to screaming in your face and rushing you out. So it's like, dude, your cortisone levels or anxiety. I mean, for 3 months of just constant go. It's like, I remember just being halfway through. It's like, hey, I understand the routine at this point. It's just like, guys, be a Marine now.
Oh, man.
Like just having to continue doing that for a long time. Because there were some guys who would break. They'd freak out, try to fight the drill instructors. You're like, bro, like this guy, he was here probably 5 years ago. Okay, he was a recruit once too. This is just a role he's playing.
You understood that even as a recruit.
I did. Yeah.
But that's very hard though.
But it was hard. I mean, it was still.
No, that's very hard to have that mentality at 18 years old, because usually the people that have that mentality is the one that go to boot camp like anywhere from 25 to like 27 years old.
Yeah.
They've been around the block already, and they were like, okay, dude, like I know that this is just a role you're playing, right? And they just play along with it, right? Because they understand the goal is to become a Marine, and then they have to go through that. Yeah. But the 17, 18-year-olds, dude, they're like the ones that are crying and sobbing, just like, my drill instructor, But it was completely different. Now, what would they saying to you? Obviously, because maybe your drill instructors were what? I don't know. They were vets too from like the 1990s world.
Oh yeah.
So what would they saying? Do you remember like what they were saying? It's like, oh, because usually in boot camp there's like this I forgot what it's called, but they tell you like, hey, guess what? We're gonna cut your training short.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
It's like, and you're going straight into Iraq or Afghanistan or something.
They told all the grunts they were gonna die.
Oh my
They
god!
They made fun of all of our MOSs, like, because did we get? So I'm communications.
Okay.
And I remember, I want to say they assigned my MOS in boot camp. Like they told me something changed or something. There was something MOS related.
Okay.
That happened in boot camp.
Okay.
And so every time we were in line, they would tell all the grunts they were gonna die.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And you as a comm guy. Yeah, well, they tell the comm guys that they're gonna die first because they got the antenna.
That's true too. Yeah. But you know what though? The infantry guys were like, "Fuck yeah." Can I cuss in here?
Yeah.
Dude, they're like, "Fuck yeah." I mean, everyone was excited. It was like they were excited to go to war. Like unlike Marines now, like you hear about their motivations and stuff. They don't want to deploy, not necessarily go to war, but you hear, hey, you don't want to deploy, and they don't want to.
Yeah,
I remember like, through the first couple of times I heard that, I'm like what? What do you mean? Like, why'd you join? So that's the big difference, and the mentality of what you signed up for, what I signed up for, what those guys signed up for, versus what people are signing up for now.
And
sounds like college. I don't know.
There's also nothing wrong with what you're saying, right? Because you joined for your specific reasons during the time that was needed the most. Because that was the time of the plus up. During all those years, like they were plussing up the Marine Corps like crazy for the war, right? There was absolutely, but I guess that where to me in my mind, because I was right there in the middle. I joined in 2009. So I was right there in the middle, right? It's like towards the back end of the Iraqi war, like the whole 9 years.
Afghanistan, though.
Yeah, but Afghanistan was in full-blown motion still. But I came towards the back end of that, and I guess where I find a personal issue with is whenever you try to justify that your reasons for joining are lesser. I'm not saying you specifically. I'm talking about veterans that joined during that time. Lesser of my reasons for joining, because the reality that the way that I see it is, regardless of if you join to go to war, regardless if you join to better yourself and wanted to have free college because the circumstances in your life didn't, y'all signed up the same dotted lines and y'all assumed the same amount of risks. Regardless if you wanted the risk or not, you still assume that.
It does. Yeah, I totally agree with you. As long as once you get in the Marine Corps, for whatever your reasons were, to go to war, deploy, get college, whatever it is, once you're in, though, you still need to do the job.
No, 100%, yes.
Do the job. Don't complain.
To the best of your ability.
That it gives some culture shock or whatever, because that's what happens a lot. Oh, this is not what I thought it was going to be. It doesn't matter what you thought it was going to be. Just do a good job while you're here, because that's what you signed up for, man. It's like tough shit. That's the difference that that irritates me.
I think the miscommunication wherever it comes to that is it's part on the recruiting side, because obviously you get all those benefits of like going to college and doing all that stuff, but then you go
the purpose is just different, dude.
You go in as a grunt, and then you go like, oh well, I want to go to college. It's like, well, tough freaking shit, because you're going to the field for 3 months. And I know of grunts that have been able to manage both. But the reality is that not everybody has that same drive and stamina.
You can definitely do it.
To do it. But you can do it. You can do it.
If you don't have an internet connection, that can get troublesome. Dude, I was in statistics one time. And I was like, I'm going to do it anyways. I don't care. I know I have these exercises coming up. And it's tough to do without internet. Dude, I called my wife. I'm like, all right, babe, log in for me. I was trying to have her tell me the statistics problem over the phone, and
wow,
that was impossible.
Okay, so
there are some
so
cases,
fast forwarding,
but I still passed the class. I missed one test or something, and I still got credits, and it's all good.
Okay,
you still finished the class.
So fast forwarding though, obviously you went to boot camp, graduated boot camp, went to comm school, and was it still in Twin on Palms back then?
Yep.
Okay, so you went to Twin on Palms. For those of you guys that don't know where Twin on Palms, just imagine Disneyland. But more space. So they can build plenty of stuff over there in Disneyland. They also have a very nice lake over there.
Funnel cakes.
Everything, dude. It's the dream life. So you went to Twin on Palms, and then what was your first duty station?
211.
That was my first duty station too.
I was only there for, dude, to this day I would love to know why I left. I got stationed there. I was there for like a month. And then I went in to, I don't know what his rank was at the time. I think it was probably Master Sergeant or something.
Okay.
And they're like, hey, you're getting moved to first FSSG. And they moved me. They PCA'd me.
Really?
And they said, I don't even know what it was, dude. I was just didn't know.
Yeah,
what to
you
ask
were
at the time.
Yeah.
Roger that. You know, then I went
So
to
211 is an artillery command. It's 2nd Battalion, 11th Marines, based out of Camp Pendleton. So you were in Camp Pendleton.
And and dude, it was crazy. My parents, let me back up a little bit. My parents, when I left for boot camp, they thought I was gonna come home. Not because they didn't think I could make it like physically, but like I don't take authority very well. You know, it's not a good attribute.
Okay.
But they're like, dude, Ben is, I don't know, man. Like he's gonna punch a drill instructor or something. I would never do that. I'm not trying to be a tough guy. But anyways, they thought I was gonna come home, right? So then I went to 211, and coming from
211 back in the day was some real shit,
bro.
That's some real shit.
Yes, they nicknamed me Attitude because it was tough to adapt to, right?
Oh yeah.
So I was there for a month.
Field days.
Oh, dude, field days, getting screamed, aye, corporal, running, they wanted, dude, there was a corporal there he wanted me to run, yell, aye, corporal, then run to him and be at parade rest before I stopped.
Oh my God. That's dude, so stupid.
Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah. Some people get a little bit of authority and they don't know what to do with it.
And this was the RBE element. So I had the RBE crew.
Because they were deployed.
Because everyone else is deployed.
Oh.
So I had the RBE element, remain behind element.
Yeah.
Anyways, so after a month, I went to first FSSG, now first MLG.
Uh-huh.
And
your life got easier,
bro. I walked
automatically.
I walked in, and there was a couple sergeants there, and they're like, "Hey, how you doing? You know, what's up, Sergeant so and so?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, they're way too nice."
As a PFC,
yeah.
I got you.
And I'm like, dude, they're about to kill me. Like they're so nice. Obviously, there's something happening here. They were just that nice. They were just kind, you know, just like that. But yeah, then from there, so I deployed with them. We were in Takedum.
Okay.
And we were there for a year.
You went for a full year.
Yeah.
Man, how was that?
It was good. It was awesome.
What was good about it?
So I wanted to do more, but I was on a fault. You know, did you ever were you in Iraq?
No, I was not in Iraq.
So TQ was like an air base, but they had all.
I know of TQ. Yeah, I know.
But I
know what it is. I just never been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it had all the facilities. Had a good chow hall. Had weights and gyms and all kinds of stuff. So, it wasn't bad. So, and I was the colonel's driver, so I got to go off base like a little bit, but nothing ever like too crazy happened. Luckily, like for being on the road for a year, I never hit an ID or anything like that. So I got pretty lucky. Wow. So I mean, we just got shot at, and then rockets and mortars and that type of stuff. But
okay,
but I was so ignorant. I'd be way more sketched out now because I know more about life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the time, it was exciting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What type of vehicles were you using back then? Like a regular Humvee?
Yeah, it was a regular Humvee. Yeah.
Yeah, and back then they don't have the Humvees like they have them now. Or did they have the Humvees like, because back then I remember.
Up armor.
Really?
Is that what you're talking about?
They were up armor?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I remember back then, like the Humvees were just like simply sandbags to the side and shit. No. Okay, so you had the regular.
I went in 2006.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a little bit. So you were in first MLG now for a little bit before you actually deployed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So you deployed for 1 year.
Yep.
You got back. Were you married at that time?
No.
Okay, so you were just a single. Yep. What rank were you at that time?
I got back a corporal.
So you left there as a lance corporal.
Yep.
And then you came back as a corporal.
Yep.
Okay, I want to pause there.
Okay.
The reason why I want to pause there is because I remember back then.
Yeah.
Obviously, and it still happens now. And I want to get your advice as a senior enlisted advisor that you were just very recently, right? So you get back from deployment and you have all of this money in your bank account. You're single, ready to mingle, and you don't know what to do with the money.
Yeah.
What did you do with the money then?
Yeah.
And would you tell NCOs or Marines that deploy now to do something different from what you did?
Oh, so I came back. I'm trying to think of what I did with the money. I know I spent it, for sure.
Okay, you spent it.
I spent it. I didn't do anything smart with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But I because I already had a paid off car.
Okay.
And so yeah, I didn't do anything crazy now. But what I would do, and wish I could tell Marines, is to invest it. And to invest it and to save it and not just go blow it on some super nice car. But I hate these recommendations, dude. And it's part of why I got out, because it falls on deaf ears. And maybe you capture some, and that's great. You know what I'm saying? If we get one, right? But trying to convince, because even me, people told me, "Hey, dude, don't go buy that car." I remember people telling me,
They told me too.
Don't do that."
Yeah.
I did it. You're not dumb. I'm not a dummy.
Yeah.
But at the time, I did whatever I wanted, right?
Yeah. It's just,
But what I would do, and I do it now. Okay, I could buy not whatever car I want, but I could buy a pretty nice car if I wanted.
Yeah.
I have right now in the parking lot. I have a 2016 Hyundai Elantra. Okay, you don't need anything fancy. Try
to impress who?
To impress you for what? You know what I'm saying? And your interests now, right, are going to change absolutely when you're my age, right? And looking back at all that money that I wasted from drinking and spending the money on whatever, and if you put that into a calculator of what the interest looks like, it is insane. So here's a good example. So my TSP, right? Screwed up on my TSP.
Yeah, thrift savings plan.
Thrift savings plan.
Yeah, it's just that there's a bunch of family members that watch this, so I want to make sure that they understand.
The thrift savings plan. Okay, that's just one way to invest, and there's people will say don't do it, whatever. Okay, but for the thrift savings plan, it's basically kind of like a mutual fund, right? There's a whole bunch of different.
Yeah.
Okay. I got divorced, and I had to take my money out and split it with my wife. And I wish I would have known better to not do that, but anyways, I did, right? So, and then I stopped paying into my TSP for years. And then I started to back up again. Okay. When I retired, I had $50,000 in there, which is nothing, right? I still have $50,000, still a good chunk of change, right? My peers who every single month, like $100 a month or something like that, every single month, the ones that are retiring now, it's like $250,000, $300,000. And it's very little that you're paying every month.
Yeah.
And you have to start early, right?
The earlier you start, the better you are.
You have to start early. So, I mean, yeah, my recommendation to the young Marines is just live way below your means. And, if you're a Lance Corporal, you get promoted to Corporal, you take that money and you set up an allotment and you either send it away to savings, which I don't know, people say don't do that, savings, whatever. Put that money away. Don't live to now being a corporal, and then now you're a sergeant, gunny, blah, 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 or you're always going to live paycheck to paycheck. You're always going to feel broke. Just live below your means as much as possible. But trying to get people to actually do it, they just don't.
It's just that my opinion of that is that I think that people want that instant gratification more than that, reward feeling at the end.
Because you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's
just easier to go get a car.
Yeah, our life experience. I don't even know if my brain is that much better. I have enough times eating plates of shit, that I know that it's not good. You know what I'm saying? And so it's tough to impart your experience into someone's head.
Yeah.
So it's
I completely understand. And for me, it was when I got this piece of advice. It's like, dude, I'm not telling you to not go out there and buy nice things. It's not about that, because you also need some type of like, oh man, I'm proud of what I've done and what I've accomplished. The problem is that people have that feeling, specifically Marines have that feeling every week. I survived another week in the Marine Corps. Let me go buy a 30 rack and then just freaking get plastered and make bad decisions.
There's money's allotted for that, right? So once you have your savings and once you have your bills and you have your stuff set aside, you know that this chunk of money right here, this is complete fuck off money. And you don't feel bad about spending it. Take that and go reward yourself and go do something fun.
Yeah.
And you feel good about it. You feel good that you allotted that money. You feel good that you can purchase something with your hard work or whatever. And you also know that you're not making a bad decision because your bank is filled up with all the savings that you've done. It just takes discipline to keep that.
It does take discipline.
To keep that percentage going.
Yeah, and 100% does take a discipline. But even with that, like there's other things that not me knowing what I know now, and I don't want to be a hypocrite because I was that guy too.
Yeah.
Like me knowing what I know now is like, dude, if it's not going to enhance my lifestyle, why would I even want to entertain that?
Yeah.
And again, man, like I'm not saying, let's say for example, if you're in Southern California, I'm not saying don't go out to the gas lamp.
Yeah.
Go out to the gas lamp 1 week in a month. Go out there, go to LA, have fun. But 1 week in a month, don't do that shit 4 weekends a month, and then buy shots for the boys and then to the girl that you like, and like, you see what I'm saying? Like, because that's the lifestyle that a lot of them are actually living, and they're not being very successful.
It also depends on your goals, right? The goals that I have, and I think probably the goals that you have, not everyone is wanting to start a business. Not everyone wants to go to college. No one. There's a lot of people that don't have goals that requires them to sacrifice a Friday night.
Yeah,
they could live paycheck to paycheck. They're going to be in for the next 4 years, and if that's what you want to do, just know that you're not going to get this. Don't be surprised that when you see the other guy that has this, because you wanted to fuck off every weekend. Go crazy. If that's what you want to do. It all depends on your goals, what you're trying to do.
Yeah, but like you said earlier, all the goals are always going to change.
Yeah.
Because that was my goal, dude. I remember when I first got my credit card, I'm a crazy-ass Puerto Rican dude. I was like, dude, they're giving me free money?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care if I pay it or not. I was like, this is free money. And I went out there and I maxed out my credit cards.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I took very bad financial decisions. And it took me a while because whenever I try to get pre-approved for my first home, they told me no.
Yeah.
Like, this is a true story. Like, whenever I try to buy my first home, they told me no.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow, dude. Like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, where do I go from here?
Yeah.
And that was a blow. That was like a low blow. But I was like, I don't care. And then the second time that it happened was I was on deployment. And then my wife called me up. We still had like a week left before. And I mentioned this a couple of times in the podcast. But it's like, my wife called me up and was like, hey, Albert, like, we don't have food at the house. We also don't have any money.
Yeah.
Because my account was already overdrafted.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
That was the worst feeling ever. And that's the moment that I told my wife, like, we're never, ever, ever going to be stuck in this position ever again.
Yeah.
But going back to your time, 2006, you came back. Obviously, you said that you don't exactly remember what you did with the money. We covered that. It's like, be smart with your money.
I spent it.
You spent it, but be smart with your money.
Early.
Yeah, very early on. The earlier that you spend time with your money, the best it's going to be. Because you got to be thinking, man, it's like, maybe, just maybe, you're giving advice to your junior Marines, because this happens as a corporal, sergeants, and even some staff NCOs as well. They're giving advice to their junior Marines whenever they're not applying that advice themselves whenever it comes to finances. Okay? And I see it all the time. I work in this industry. I see it all the time. It's like, damn, dude, like, maybe you shouldn't be giving advice to Marines whenever it comes to finances, because your own finances are all fucked up. So you came back, and then where did you PCS right away when you came back from deployment?
So, dude, when I came back, I'm gonna piss a lot of people off with this one.
Okay.
They're gonna be jealous. So all these new barracks and stuff they have on Pendleton, they didn't have that back then. So when we came back, I was a corporal.
Yeah,
so
that started in like 2009-ish.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So I came back as a corporal. They gave all of us BH. So me and all the boys, were out in town as corporals.
Wow.
And had apartments together.
We were I'm just literally talking about this in social media.
And it was one of the best times in my life. And my kids, it's the best time in my life. But a period of time, dude, it was just a blast. Like, to be just. Well,
where were you living
being
at
away
back
from,
then?
Out in Oceanside, out here. Yeah, off of Mesa Drive.
Yeah, I remember, dude. Oh my goodness! Like back then, it was affordable to actually live in Oceanside. It was still expensive, but you could have made it. You could have made it.
Oh yeah.
Now you got to go to Menifee and Winchester for you to find something.
But if you get a couple people together in an apartment, even if it's a small apartment, with your boys,
house hacking,
not maintaining a barracks room.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, it was,
and that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you were smart about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I had 2 roommates, and then I had 3 other friends right across the way, who they had 3 people in their thing. Dude, it was just,
nice. I wonder why more people don't do that now. When do you feel more people do that now?
Well, I mean, I did it as a corporal. They don't get BAH now. All the people that are getting it are married and have kids and stuff.
True, very true.
If all these young Marines they'd for sure go do that.
Yeah,
they for sure. True. They just don't read.
Yeah, very true. I think so. I agree.
Yeah, they for sure do that.
Okay,
so when I came back, I was back there for a while. Then I went to the 15th MEU. Went to the 15th MEU.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, so you were lucky. You were here in Camp Pendleton for a long ass time.
A cumulative like 14 years.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, 14 years. Yep.
Okay, and how many times did you deploy?
And people can call me a homesteader. I don't care.
Well, I mean, yeah, dude. Okay, so was there anything specifically? Yeah. Was there anything specifically that you did? To be here for 14 years, or
no? The only strategy that I had was so right out of comm school. Yeah. There was only one spot available. You know, like if you did really well in school, you got to pick.
Top 10%, yeah.
Well, I was dumb. And I was at the bottom. but for some reason, Camp Pendleton was still left. And so I got to 11, right? So I got lucky there.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I think because the rotations of deployments, going to Iraq, going on the 15th MEU, I just got to stay here for a while. And then I got lucky again. Right after the 15th MEU, I came back. And I went to SOI West, to AIT Battalion.
Okay, so time out.
And dude, I didn't talk
what rank were you at this time?
Now a sergeant. Got back from the MEU. I'm a sergeant now.
Okay.
And then,
so you did 2 deployments. Yep. You did one to Iraq, one to the MEU.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, got you.
And then the monitor contacted me and was like, "Hey, dude, you're going up to, you're due for orders." And I was like, "Well, I want to stay in California." I think I said that for sure. And then he said, "Okay, hey, there's a spot up in SOI." Roger that. So I went up to SOI. Then I got selected for staff sergeant, and I finally got orders to the East Coast.
Okay, but time out. You said it. You said this at the beginning, and I want to trigger some people. I want to trigger some people.
Yeah.
You had a couple of secrets. You got a couple of secrets.
Okay.
You were here on the West Coast for 14 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how in the hell you staying on the West Coast for 14 years and then going to the East Coast?
Cumulative. It was broken up.
No. What do you mean?
It was broken up. So I did 7.
Oh,
then
okay.
3. Then
but regardless of dog, 7.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Not even. I was very impressed. I'm not shocked at 7. Okay.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
7 years. How the hell do you not get histed?
I did.
How?
I did.
Okay, so talk to me about that.
So because of my MOS, so I was an 0659, I think, when I got histed. So I was a cybersecurity chief.
Okay, so that's a hot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for my first bonus, I got a huge bonus. Oh. And so by the time it trickled through everybody and it got to the monitor, I guess, maybe he was like the last person. He said, "No, he's not leaving. Like, we just paid this guy, I think it was like $60,000, to be this MOS. So we're not going to have him go off to be, whatever, a recruiter or whatever it was."
Gotcha.
So that one I got away with, but I didn't get away with it. I never avoided a deployment. I never avoided Japan. I simply asked, and it just happened to work out that way, right? Or circumstance. And then the next time I got histed, I think I volunteered to be MSG, and because of this tattoo, so this is when the policy was like below like the wrist bone or something like that.
Can you show the camera? Oh. Can you show the camera?
Yeah.
Like lift it up and so that way okay, got you.
Yeah, so the wrist bone, this I guess it's there.
Yeah.
So because of that, I couldn't do MSG duty.
Oh. Okay.
And then I did get orders to be a FA, a faculty advisor.
Yeah, faculty advisor at the.
And then
at
the
school.
monitor contacted me and said, "Hey, no, you're not going."
Wow. Were you friends with the monitor?
No,
Were you
dude,
paying
no.
the monitor?
It was
like,
only,
what's
no,
going on
it
there?
was only because the MOS at the time, like, I got bonuses through all the way up to like Gunny because of my MOS and because it was needed. So I think by the time it got to the monitor kept on just like, "No, he's not going. No, he's not going. No, he's not going."
Did that happen to similar to your peers as well?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Like I knew guys. I'm like, dude, how did you go? We were in the same time. Like, why did you have to, go? But I have known more because most master sergeants you talk to, I definitely did a B billet. Like it'd be hard for me to even find one outside of my MOS that didn't do B billet. I mean, most of them definitely do that. Like radio operators, they're gonna go do B billet. But for some reason, because I was IT, I was a network Marine. I don't know. I dodged a bullet.
That's crazy, dude. Like 20 years
Yeah.
without no. Well, what was people's reaction when you would tell them like, "Yeah, dude, I've never done a B billet"? Because nowadays it's not.
It was butthurt. Like,
Yeah,
well, the same shock. Like, how was that possible?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, it's like, okay, what did you do to avoid, doing a B billet? It's like, man, I didn't.
So just basically be cyber.
Have an MOS that people care about.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Or it's
because
needed.
now they're giving bonuses.
Needs of the Marine Corps, right?
I mean, but you saw that they're giving bonuses to what's it called? I think it's something in cyber, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Probably.
That now they come in as gunnies.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
You've seen that, right?
Yeah.
So, and is that in your MOS?
No, that's well, it's in the community, but not my MOS. No.
Okay, but time out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're more cyber, maybe some type of cyber.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it had to be cyber something. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to bore people with the MOS thing. So I was an 0659 cyber network chief or something. Then it broke off into two MOSs when I was a gunny, into like a server builder operator or a network stack Marine who did routers and switches and stuff. And so it's split. And then also there's a cyber security MOS. So I think that MOS is more the cyber security stuff.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Okay, but were you still in charge of those Marines?
I was in charge. I don't think I had any, because as a mass sergeant, I was at 9th Column Battalion.
Okay.
And I didn't have any of that MOS under me now.
Okay, so how do you, if you were still in, how would you as a mass sergeant felt if you were a gunny, and then now this other guy comes in, passes boot camp, and then now he's a gunny? How would you felt about that?
Full send. Don't care.
You don't care.
Okay. I would be
a 22-year-old gunny.
Yeah.
That just graduated college.
But he's not 22. The guy's not going to be 22. He's going to have credentials, certificates, all kinds of stuff, right?
Okay.
Now, I would. What are you going to do about it, right? If he was my actual Marine, and if I was working with him, I would do my best to make him one of us. That's what I would do, right? I mean, what else is there to do, right? Now, would we roast him, like, to the end of time? For sure. That'd be a tough go for some dude that comes in and thinking that he's just going to just fit in, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's going to be so tough on that person, on that individual.
It is.
And it's a human being. You know what I'm saying? So I would be more, my focus would be more towards.
Are you talking as a peer or are you talking as a master sergeant? Because there's a difference in between being a peer.
Yeah.
That has been through deployments, that has been, and as a master sergeant, that's your job, right? Making sure.
Yeah.
I'm asking as a peer first, and then I feel like I'm getting more like the master sergeant response.
Yeah, you definitely got the master sergeant response.
Okay.
Fuck that guy. No, it would totally depend on the situation. You know what I'm saying?
It depends. It would depend on the personality. I agree with that.
What if the dude comes in and goes, "I realize I just got here."
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Not trying to ruffle any feathers. I'm just trying to fix this computer over here and be a dork.
Yeah.
I understand. You know, but if he comes in all arrogant and stuff, then we gotta knock him down a peg.
True.
You know,
I agree with that.
And we're gonna show you the culture here a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I understand the nature of your question, and my focus, if any kind of frustration, would not be towards, this individual unless he was a douchebag. Yeah. Right? It'd be more so like, hey, Marine Corps, let's do some analytics. Does this work out? Is there ROI on this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, is this a good decision? Let's test the waters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's where my focus more would go, and say, hey, okay, so if we deploy and bring this guy, is he going to be able to, the whole like, do I trust the guy to my left and my right?
Well, I mean, yeah, he passed boot camp. He had to pass boot camp.
Okay. Do they pass boot camp?
They have to. Okay. Yeah, they have to pass. They have to go to boot camp, and she's like, as soon as they graduate,
but
they're
all the
done.
Experience and all that kind of stuff, right? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
If we were to go forward, so the situation would totally dictate. You know what I'm saying? Of how I would be bothered by this guy or not.
I have a feeling that the douchebaggery will come from the peer and not the actual gunny that just got put in gunny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, how dare you try to compare yourself to me?
Yeah.
Because again, I mean, they both have different points. It's a tough one to navigate.
It's important to understand the why that this weird thing is happening, right?
Yes.
So if we were to do that, hey, we got this new thing coming in, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Commanding officer, why are we doing this? Well, we're testing a thing. We need this guy. He's super smart. We can't send we can't send Marines off to get the specific training. And here's the ROI on this person being here. Can you guys please support him? I know it's weird, but this is what we got to do, right? Okay, I can understand that. I can understand that why. But if I make up the why of why he's here and I start just making it hard for everybody, that's not good.
Yeah, true. I mean, that goes a little bit. I don't want to get political and all that stuff, but I don't know. That kind of contradicts a little bit to the way that Pete Hegseth wants to do things. It's like, hey, everyone gets the same training, everyone gets the same standard, but we're not going to get into that.
Now, if I was him, that's a different scenario. But if I'm just putting myself, if I was in the platoon, how I would actually handle that with,
Yeah.
But if I was king for the day, would I make up that that's a thing? Fuck no. I just hire a contractor. Just hire the contractor.
But dude, the problem why they're doing it.
Or hire a GS employer. Because we had them. So dude, in IT, when I worked, a lot of places I worked, it was like 50-50 Marines and civilians.
Yeah.
I worked tons of civilians in the IT world.
Yeah, but
because Marines leave every 3 years, you can't have that.
I know, man. But the problem that you're having is that we were losing Marines in that specific field, in the comm field, and in the air wing field, because they would simply do their 4 years, turn around, come back to their same section, to their same job, as contractors making triple.
Yeah.
Of what they were making as a Marine.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why we have to make them Marines, because if you have a contractor with that job, it would cost 3x the amount of time, the amount of money that it would cost. And again, maybe I'm just talking shit, but you guys let us know in the comments how you guys feel about this specific subject.
I don't know, dude. I don't know how to fix that.
No, I know.
And if I was king for the day, totally different scenario. I would honestly, what I'm thinking right now is why. What was that conversation that they were having that they thought that was a good idea?
Yeah.
I'd be more curious than have a strong opinion.
Maybe just
you know what I'm saying?
Being a yes person. It's like, oh, yes, sir. That sounds like a great idea.
Maybe.
It's fucking, no, it's not.
No.
But regardless of, I do see the value, the operational value. Let me add that.
Yeah.
I do see the operational value in bringing in somebody that has a lot of experience in this specific job into the military, into the Marine Corps.
Well, because okay. So something that bothered me while I was in was, we didn't think outside the box a lot, of how to get things done.
Yeah.
And so but it's just like, well, you do a turnover with someone and they're like, hey, why are we doing this? We've always done it this way. I can't stand that answer.
I cannot
stand what I'm saying?
That answer either.
Like, is there a better way to do this? Like, hey, let's, like one time I hired, they're like, hey, we want to redo this room and put some AV equipment and all this kind of stuff. And we need to have it done by this date or whatever, right? I'm like, so you want us Marines who've never set up AV equipment to procure this stuff and blah, 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 and Do you want it done nice? Like, yeah, let's hire someone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's contract it out and have them go do that. Like, well, that's your MOS. Yeah, okay, I get it. We don't have the expertise. You know how many times I've set up AV equipment? 0 times or 3 times or something, throughout the years. Well, how about a professional that does it every single day? And then you're going to have an AV system that's going to be...
What is AV?
Like audio visual.
Audio visual. Okay,
so like it displays and put speakers up and all that. Yeah. It's like, I've never done that. We're going to destroy your walls. Like, we're not going to do a good job. So let's hire someone else to come in and whatever. And it's just like, what do you mean? That's your job. You're IT. It's just like, let's think outside the box a little bit to accomplish. You want to accomplish the goal, right? That's what you want to do. Like, I mean, let's not get our egos in the way, right? So in that aspect, if someone is thinking outside the box to get this thing done that we need done, I mean, I don't know. At least they're trying something.
I mean, I don't.
I'm trying to spin it positive.
Yeah, no. I don't disagree with you there.
Yeah.
I 100% don't disagree with you there. Now, you went to the East Coast.
Yeah.
Was it willingly? Like, did you have a choice? If you would have preferred, okay, so it was like, okay, I bet you guys caught me. Been here 7 years.
100%. Yep, it's my turn.
Yeah, okay.
100%.
Okay.
And I didn't know anything about the East Coast because I always knew Lejeune. Everyone goes to Lejeune.
Yeah.
But it was Virginia, right?
Oh,
and I Googled some pictures. It's beautiful there. Virginia's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
So no, I had no issues. I was going through a divorce. I found out my wife was cheating on me.
Oh man.
As we're like PCSing. It's like the house is packed up.
Damn,
like, dude, we're like sweeping the house out. Dude, find out she's
That's
cheating on me.
freaking crazy, dude.
Yeah. So,
do you lose your shit?
Yeah. Like lose my shit or like lose my shit.
No. Like, did you lose your shit like mentally? Like, I'm trying because, dude, like, you gotta think, like, you were very openly said that, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, that's a different chapter in your life.
Yeah.
But I can guarantee you, there's Marines that are going through that today, right now.
Yeah.
Either they find out today, or they're about to find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or whenever this episode gets released, right?
Yeah.
You know. Not relationship-wise, but maybe because a lot of Marines always try to do some shit that's going to make the situation worse instead of making it better and trying to work for them in the past. You looking back at it now, you know, what would you change about that specific stuff? Not maybe about your relationship. I don't want to get into the relationship aspect of it. But just like, oh, man, I really did this, which affected me at my job or my whatever. Or I did this really well, and that's what saved me from me going to either the brick or, you know, something like that.
I had a past relationship. When I was on the 15th MU, I got cheated on.
Oh, man.
2 weeks after I left, right? And that crushed me, right? But I realized the only thing that gets you through that is time. I mean, people can tell you all these flowery things. Oh, you're fine. There's other people. There's more for you. Blah, blah, blah. The only thing that makes that better is just time passing. And you just have to go through that process of just, you know, feeling like shit. Like, it sucks, you know?
Yeah.
With my wife at the time, we were already not doing well, right? And so when I found that out, it was my out. That I knew I can confidently, I don't have to stay with this woman anymore. I'm not going to try to go to counseling. So it was kind of my out. But, dude, devastating to your ego. To think that another man touched your wife. You know, even if you don't like her, it feels different once it happens. Yeah. You know? But what I did, and what I did right, is I knew that there's more fish in the sea, because I've already been through it. Yeah. I know that time is the only thing that's going to get me through this, right? What I did was, when I found out she was cheating on me, so I was at SOI West, and I got an anonymous Facebook message, right? And they said, hey, you know me, but you obviously don't know who I am. There's an anonymous message, but your wife is cheating on you. This is what's happening, blah, 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 blah. So I called her and said, hey, I'm 30 minutes from home. If you tell me the truth, then I'll give you a nice, clean divorce. And I'll make sure that you're taken care of, and I won't screw you over. If you tell me that it didn't happen, right? And you lie to me and you make me go through your phone. Like, I don't ever go through my wife's phone or girlfriend's phone or, check on what they're doing,
Yeah.
But if I have to vet this, obviously.
Yeah.
So if you make me go through that process, then I'm going to light your car on fire. You're like, do not just, like, I'll be home in 30 minutes. Like, please just shoot me straight so we can just get this done. And so when I got home, she said, yeah, it's true.
Oh man,
Cool.
That is
So
devastating.
I packed up my bags, dude, and I went and stayed in a hotel for a couple of days. I came back a couple times, and then
Were there any kids?
no kids, dude.
Oh man, so that made it.
kids,
Yeah,
yeah.
that made it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then through the process, through the divorce, dude, I even pissed my family off. Like, why are you nice to her? I'm like, because I need to get this done. And the day that the divorce was actually final, I remember talking to her on the phone, and I told her, I was like, hey, fuck off. Don't ever talk to me again. Right? And she's like, what happened? And I'm like, we're done. I just needed to get that done and over with. But I feel good that despite all that, because you hear the horror stories, what people do and get themselves in trouble.
Yeah.
And I'm married now. I have 3 kids, right? And I'm glad that I could tell the story that despite that happened, I still treated her with enough respect to get that done.
Yeah.
I would hate to tell the story that I lit her car on fire.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I don't want to tell that story.
Yeah.
So I handled myself pretty well. I mean, there's some other probably yelling and shit talking in there and stuff like that. But having gone through the other stuff, I think it kind of helped me through. But I also didn't like her. So
Man, that is crazy. And we barely get, I'm just gonna say this.
Yeah.
Because there's only one question that we ask our guest prior to. All the guests always be like, hey man, so what are we gonna talk about? Like any specific subjects, anything like that, right? And I'm like, there's no specific subjects. This is usually the flow of our podcast. The only question that we ask is there anything that's going to be off limits? Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you this. 8 out of the 10 guests that we have in our podcast say, I don't want to talk about relationships.
Oh, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I was like, I do not want to talk about
I feel bad for the audience that don't hear about my shit.
Yeah, it's like, well, no, man,
Yeah,
but it's very important, man, because you are on the other side, and like I said, there's somebody that's going through this right now and needs that reassurance, and things are going to be okay.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you went through it, like and I guarantee you, dog, that you're giving me like the elevator pitch of what happened.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I can guarantee you, there's months of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, if it happened here in California, there's cool off periods and all of that shit. There's months of shit that happened that you just clipped it into a 30 seconds, and people need to see you saying like, hey man, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's like, I went through this, I did it, I did everything, and then my life went on, and then now I'm remarried, and then now I have 3 beautiful children.
Yeah.
For
sure.
So we're getting close to the mark, but brother, I want to make sure that we get to a good point, because this has been an amazing conversation. It's being an amazing conversation. I know that people are gonna see a lot of value, specifically in episode 2 of the podcast. Okay, but before we get there, what I want to know is like, okay, so you went to Virginia.
Yeah.
You picked up staff sergeant.
Yep.
Over there in Virginia.
Yep.
And then from there, you picked up gunny.
Yes.
Where were you at when you picked up gunny?
So I was a staff sergeant for 6 years.
Okay.
So I went to Virginia, was there for 3.5 years, picked up my wife, brought her back to California. Back to California.
Okay. Your current wife, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then we were there for 4 years.
In Cali. Okay.
In Cali, and I got promoted back in California. So
Oh,
there's like
okay.
6 years. There's 2 commands. I was a staff sergeant and then got promoted to gunny.
Gotcha.
I got promoted to gunny with a special purpose MACTF.
Okay.
16-2.
Wow. Okay.
16-2.
Got you. So you got promoted. You got promoted to gunnery sergeant, and then
Dude, this beard is killing me.
yeah. So you got promoted to gunnery sergeant, and then from there, what I want to know, because now, what year did you get promoted to gunny?
2016.
Okay, so 2016. Yeah. At what point of time does CoverGrip becomes a thing?
Yeah. 2021.
Wow, so you're still years away of knowing that this thing is something that you really, really want to do.
Yes.
Okay, so talk to us what happened in between 2016 to 2021. What happened during those times of your career?
So see,
If you remember, right? Of course, it's been a while.
Yeah, so I came back from a special purpose MACTAF. My wife was, we just found out she was pregnant as I was leaving. So when I got back, she was like seven months pregnant. So we had our first son. I was a gunny when I got back. Then we went back to Virginia. I went to Marforcom.
Okay.
I was there for 3 years in Norfolk.
Okay.
Worst command ever. Like, not the command. Norfolk, Virginia, though. Terrible. Hated it there. But
what is there to hate?
it was just this. No one
Traffic?
No one cared about the city. It was just run down, and like the people there just didn't take pride. Everyone like littered on the ground. It was just like kind of gross. It was kind of dirty and like.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, so I was there for 3 years, and then got selected and pinned on Mass Sergeant. Then came back to 9th Com. Was there for 4 years.
As a Mass Sergeant.
As a Mass Sergeant.
Okay.
And then retired there.
Okay, but obviously...
Oh, 21, sorry. You wanted me to stop at 21?
Yeah, well, yeah. But I'm going to get to that, right? Because it's not easy to get promoted to Mass Sergeant.
Yeah.
Right? It's definitely not easy to get promoted to Mass Sergeant. So, and the board came out, I think it was, like a month ago?
Dude, I don't even track that anymore. I have no idea.
Okay.
Dude,
okay, well,
I haven't looked up a MAR admin.
I know that the board came out, a while back.
Oh, it's in November. It's November, December.
Yeah, so
for Mass Sergeant, Sergeant Major.
So for
December,
for Mass Sergeant. So they came out, and there was a lot of people that didn't get selected, right?
Yeah.
So obviously you did. Is there anything that you can tell them if for people within your community that be like, hey man, like this is are the things that I did, because obviously people now, and maybe there's a different mentality, and the advice might not even be accurate anymore, because you got to think about, dude, you have no SDAs, you do have deployments, but you have no SDAs, and you still got selected to Mass Sergeant. Mm-hmm. So there has to be something about you that either people really like or something stellar that you really did that got you promoted to Mass Sergeant. Because it's not an easy jump from gunning to Mass Sergeant.
Yeah. Show me your network, and I'll show you your net worth.
Okay.
Get along with people. Like, to me, that is like the number one thing that you can do, right? It's not the only thing, but there's so many people that you hear say, I don't work for a fit rep. When I hear that, what I hear is you probably get bad fitness reports, right? And now you're using that as an excuse, right?
Okay.
And working your ass off. Like, get along with the people, right, in your group, and work your ass off. If you do those two things, you will get promoted, okay? Fit reps, it's a popularity contest. I don't care. I mean, unless you are... unless you are the cream of the crop. I mean, there's some times where maybe you're not good at your MOS and you don't get along with anybody, but you're a black belt, you're 300, you have all this stuff, you know your job like better than anybody, but you don't get along with people. There's a possibility you're going to get a bad fitness report, right? Now, on the flip side, let's say that you're not that good at your MOS, right? But you work really, really, really hard, right? And you're kind of dumb, like me. No. Yeah. But you work your ass off, you get along with the people, you take care of your leadership, you take care of your Marines, you take care of your peers, right? And you're getting the job done, right? Because you're creating a culture where people want to work, right? And if you're getting along with people and you're creating a culture where people want to work, your output's better. Yeah. Right? Now you're making your RS happy. And you're making your RO happy. And people are working harder to getting shit done. You know what I'm saying? Dude,
I agree. I agree with you that the fit reps is a popularity contest, and that used to happen to me. I don't think I got bad fit reps. I still got fair fit reps. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say that. Right? But because obviously they got me promoted first look every single time. Yeah. I never got passed over or anything like that. But I do think that favorites are a popularity contest, and I agree with you 100% whenever it comes. I just got along with people that I felt, maybe this is the wrong answer, but that I felt put in the same amount of work as me. And me personally, I did not give a shit if you were a master sergeant, a master gunny, or whatever. If I felt that you didn't have the best interest of either the Marines or, you were just doing things just to be a kiss ass, I would call you out on it.
Okay. Never when I say popularity, like working for fit reps, never at the expense of your Marines.
Yeah.
You have to have integrity and ethics. And all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
100%.
There are some people that will just bulldoze everybody,
Yeah.
kiss everyone's ass,
Yeah.
just to get, just
Yeah,
to get.
in my MOS there was a lot
yeah.
of those.
Okay, sure.
In my
yeah.
MOS there was a lot of those, and
Yeah.
that's why like I always call them out.
Yeah.
And my group was small.
Yeah.
Because there were more kiss asses than what there was, but the people that I was tight with, I'm still tight to this day because they knew how it was.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Me looking back at it, would I've been less confrontational? I would probably say so.
Yeah, because here's how I look at that is if I get good fitness reports and I'm making my RS happy, I'm making my RO happy. In doing that, the byproduct of making them happy and doing the things that they want, your Marines are in a better place too. Everyone's in a better place, right?
Yeah.
But let's just all get along and agree on the shit that we need to accomplish together, right?
Yeah, but and let me tell you the reason why I always got pissed off. I can narrow it down to pretty much this.
Yeah.
I hate it when they would tell me, hey, I'm going to send this Marine out on a FAP.
Yeah.
And they always pick the worst Marine.
Yeah, that sucks.
They always picked the Marine that was the most problematic. And then the way that I always looked at it was like, no, he is our issue to solve.
Yeah.
We are not sending him for other people to solve it because he's just going to come back as a more broken person.
Yeah.
That was what, and because it's specifically at the staff NCO level, that's like 50% of the day. It's like, oh, we got this augment, we have this thing, we have this thing. And they always wanted to send their favorite people to their favorite deployments and all those things and give them like their favorite things. And then the shitty things give them to the people that were going through stuff. And I'm like, nah, man, like we need to be fair and objective about these things and about who we send them. And it's like, and then if you maybe, just maybe, if you don't feel that person's ready, stop fucking promoting them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do better at cussing in the podcast. But it's like, stop promoting them.
Yeah.
Because you're telling behind closed doors that this person is this and this person is that. And then, they keep still getting promoted, but they get all the shitty duties. What are we doing? That's the type of stuff that I used to call out. And then people didn't like it because then it's like, oh, well, now we're stuck with this other person. Or it was just like, you shut up. We're still going to do it.
Dude, that was the biggest dance that I had to deal with.
So how did you? Because how did you deal with that? Maybe I can learn something too. Because how do you deal with that? Because I know you definitely dealt with it.
Yeah, so with the augmentation thing, dealing with augments and dealing with I got to the point with the S3, they kept on just sending taskers down, right? And so I just got with the first sergeant, got with the CO, and said, hey, listen, guys, we've already articulated to them that if we keep on giving these Marines up and they want this Marine or whatever it is, it's going to impact this. We already showed you what the impact's going to be, the opportunity costs of doing this thing, right? And you don't care, right? You don't care because you're ninth column or whatever it is, but it's a MEF tasker. They're like, well, we're not going to tell MEF no. Like, okay, well, watch this. So we would just let the chips, what's the expression? where they lie, right? Fall where they lie. And so there was times where they're like, hey, we need a blah, blah. Oh, we can't do that. Like, well, what do you mean? Oh, we sent all the Marines over to so-and-so. That one Marine that had the certification because this other thing that you wanted us to accomplish, because everything's a priority in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Like, everything's a priority.
That's another big one.
Right?
That's another big one.
He's gone because these augments that we keep on getting down that we discussed, and I know you guys don't care now because that was last week's fire. Right? And so now that's out, now it's like you want to... We already told you the problem that was going to happen. And here it is. Yeah. Here's the problem. So we just let it happen. And so I have to tell the CO and I have to tell the first sergeant all the time, hey guys, look we're going to get paid tomorrow. Like...
That's a good point.
They're mad.
That's a good point.
We're going to get paid tomorrow. Right?
Yeah.
And go butter them up. We'll deal with it. But if they have to see the impact of what they're doing, and it wasn't to be petty, but it's like, and again, trying to do this, the dance was always, never at the expense of the Marines. I'm not going to be petty at the expense of the Marines, But we already multiple times in multiple meetings said, this is the impact if you send this gear, if you send this person, and blah, 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 blah. But because they just don't care, right? Then I showed them the impact.
I think the biggest difference, I think the biggest difference is you dealt with it. I was very emotional. I don't know if you can tell this in my posts and all that stuff, but I'm a very emotional person. I lead with my emotion, and that's wrong. I have to get better at that. I agree. I have to get better with that.
It.
So what?
Channel it.
Yeah, I need to channel it better. 100%, I need to channel it better, right? But back then, I'm working on that side of me now.
Yeah.
But back then, I was very emotional, and I let my emotions talk a lot of those times because I was heavily invested. Like, I would like to believe that I was heavily invested in both, in the Marines and in the mission. But the Marines are the mission, so what are we talking about, right? Yeah. So that's the reason why I think I rubbed people the wrong way. Yeah. Even though I felt that I had a leg to stand on, maybe the way that it was being communicated, it wasn't the best way for me to communicate it. Yeah. I think the difference in between what you were saying and what I was saying is like I used to go 100% foot through the throttle and with my emotions, and you were like, bro, it's going to be okay. Yeah. You know, like it's going to be okay.
And winning, when you win an argument with somebody, whether it's your wife, it's a command, you lose something else. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times what you lose is a relationship. So sometimes it's better just to let people figure out. Say, hey.
That's a very good point, too.
Roger that, you know? And then when they see this fucking turd they created, you made that, man. Yeah. And then they figure it out on their own, you know?
Yeah. But that's the part that always...
It's a tough dance. But,
it is.
But I heard that, you know, when you win an argument, you lose something else, right? So, and there's a time and a place to speak up. There's a time and a place where to not.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Very true.
And it's a tough dance.
Yeah, very true.
You know?
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Master Gunner Sergeant Mancio. Yeah. He's still active. This guy, he listened to me. Dude, I'm swear I have a lot of respect for Master Gunny Mancio because I would go off on him. Go off on him. And he was a Master Guns and I was a Gunny. Yeah. And I'm like, watch this happen and watch this happen and watch this happen. And y'all gonna let it happen. And then he would just simply listen to me. He was like, I hear you, Gunner Sergeant Ramos. Yeah. I hear you. And then when it would happen, he would be like, Gunny, you were right. Very few people are humble enough at that rank to be like, Gunny, you had a point there. Yeah. But I was like, you should have listened to me in the first place. And then, you know, again, we maintained our relationship. I didn't maintain my relationship with all the people that I reacted that way. Yeah. But it's like, shout out to him. I still have a lot of respect for you, Master Guns. Yeah. So, brother, we've been talking for about, I don't even know how long we've been talking. I haven't been checking the phone or anything. Yeah. But we've been talking for a while now. Yeah. This conversation has gone way more in depth. Yeah. And we even missed.
Sorry, dude.
No, dude, this is perfect. This is what I love.
I'm ADHD, so you're getting.
Yeah, no, this is great. Like this is what I love. I think this is gonna be a very valuable conversation to our audience. Obviously, we haven't even started talking about the cover grip. Oh. Our next episode, we are going to focus on him as a CEO, and we're gonna take it from 2021 when it was like, man, maybe this is a good idea, and the things that led up to the idea, how the idea came to close. Not only that, he has an MCCS contract. You know how freaking hard it is to get an MCCS contract? We're gonna talk about the things that we can talk about. Obviously, I don't know if there's NDAs and stuff involved, but it's like we're gonna talk about the things that we can talk about, so that way we can empower you to become a veteran entrepreneur. So, Benjamin, where can people reach out to you at?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's the official Cover Grip. Let's see, at the official Cover Grip on all the socials, and then the website is cover-grip.com. Yeah.
Okay, great. We're gonna be talking more about that, guys. Make sure that you guys like, follow, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell button so that way you get all the most up-to-date A to B podcast content out there, right there. There's actually an episode that gets released. I think we have a really good thing going on right now because we have been consistently releasing episodes every Tuesday and sometimes every Tuesday and Wednesday. So guys, make sure that you guys like, follow, subscribe. Again, this episode is brought to you by Ramos Capital. your number one source for anything that has to do with real estate and mortgages. So make sure that you guys schedule your appointment. I promise that I will bring extreme value to you and your life. I'll see you guys in the next one.